WSCT radio. We're heading to Brooklyn, New York for a burger that is unrivaled. It's probably rivaled, I don't know, but it's unbelievably good. It's from a place called Jani, and they just do this burger so well. I don't even quite understand why it's really that good, but it is. It's got tomato, it's got mint chutney, which I don't even really like mint, so stupid. That kind of blows my mind, but it's got mint chutney, tomato, and raita, which apparently is an Indian yogurt sauce, but this is a Pakistani restaurant, so I guess fusion, I don't know. I'm just going by what my beautiful wife back there is telling me about this sauce that I had no idea about. Anyways, we're gonna be cooking this burger. That's it, enough said.
To start, we're going to be making our mint chutney. We'll start off with about a size 4 shoes worth of cilantro, followed by a size 3 shoes worth of fresh mint. Again, mint is the devil, but for some reason it really works well in this dish. Next up, go ahead and squeeze in half a lemon, and I really like to do this whenever I cook with peppers, but give it a little taste test. Based off my subtle cough, I'd rate it a solid 6.5 out of 10 on the jalapeno scale, so I'm going to toss in a full pepper and a half to my chutney. To raise the bar even further, I've got some chili oil that my wife made, and I'm going to toss in a couple spoonfuls of that as well. Hit it with a solid pinch and a half of salt, followed by a little bit of olive oil. I'd say probably a tablespoon if you didn't already add the chili oil. Now all we have to do is tackle this sauce into submission by grinding up some fresh cracked pepper and drizzling a dash of white wine vinegar all over that thing. The last step in this extremely exciting process is to pulse your food processor until you reach a fairly smooth sauce. Now that we've successfully completed phase 1, let us begin phase 2. Start off by adding a cup of Grecian yogurt to the vessel of your choice, followed by a teaspoon of cumin and a half teaspoon of freshly or non-freshly ground coriander. And of course, we have to hit it with our patent-pending pinch of salt. And to make a true raita, we have to add some cucumber. You could just grind it up in a food processor or blender, but I find with cucumber sauces, they can tend to get a little too watery when I do that, so I prefer to just chop them up real nice. Give it a nice stir, and then remember to add the lemon juice. Give it an even nicer stir, taste with your pinky, add some salt, and then taste with your ring finger. Success. With all that boring stuff out of the way, let's get to the meat of the project. The meat. Now, Mr. Jani himself uses a secret 5-meat blend in his burger that no one other than himself knows, so naturally I decided to stick with plain old 80-20 ground beef. Now, what's not a secret is that Mr. Jani uses a liberal amount of salt. Go ahead and douse these guys. Give these fatties a little flip, and holy cow, that looks insane! Now at this point, the smaller patties were done, but the big one needed a little bit more time, during which I had a bit of a moment. So now that our burger has finally achieved the optimal level of doneness, we're going to proceed by toasting our buns. Last and certainly least, we just have to get a nice sear on a couple slices of tomato before we begin the assembly. Okay, well that got real weird real fast, but to assemble this thing I like to put our raita on the bottom, followed by the drool-inducing patty, then this seared tomato, a very generous heaping spoonful or 3 of mint chutney, and top it all off, of course, with the bun.
That's just so good. It's like the spiciness is there and it's apparent, but the yogurt sauce and really everything else just, it's like, hey, it's alright. You're not that spicy. You know what I mean? You could really go with the whole 2 jalapenos if you wanted, but for those of you maybe that aren't as heat-seeking or whatever, definitely stick with 1 or 1.5. Yep. That's all you need in life. That's so good.